Hello, today I am going to talk about reciprocal teaching. First, I'm going to answer two questions. What is reciprocal teaching and why is it important? Reciprocal teaching utilizes four strategies: predicting, clarifying, questioning, and summarizing. Students will make predictions in a pre-reading activity, then confirm if their predictions came true or not during the reading. While reading, students will stop to clarify words and ideas that are unknown to them. Students will also ask questions during and after reading to monitor understanding. They will summarize the page or the entire passage in a post-reading activity. The purpose of reciprocal teaching is to increase reading comprehension. Before teachers can implement reciprocal teaching, they must do three things. First, activate prior knowledge before reading. This can include words and/or ideas. 2. During reading, the teacher needs to encourage, guide, and monitor students' use of the four strategies: summarize, question, clarify, and predict. And 3. After reading, the teacher needs to guide students to reflect on what strategy aided them the most and why. This will also help students develop metacognition skills that will allow them to think about their own learning styles and thought processes while reading. Steps to implement reciprocal teaching. Continued. Students must independently be able to summarize, question, predict, and clarify before implementing the strategy. Once students can do these four strategies, there are 9 steps to implement reciprocal teaching. 1. Put students in groups of 4. 2. Assign students specific roles: the summarizer, the questioner, the predictor, the clarifier. 3. Have students read a couple of paragraphs in a text. 4. The summarizer will proceed to highlight the key points of what they just read. 5. The questioner will generate questions such as challenging information, making connections with prior text, and question about unclear parts. 6. The clarifier will discuss confusing parts and try to answer the questions previously presented. 7. The predictor will talk about what they think the author will discuss next. 8. The roles will then switch, and the process continues in the new roles. 9. Again, the teacher will encourage and guide the students to use the 4 strategies. Then the teacher will allow them more responsibility and independence when using the strategy as the skills become more developed. What does the research say about reciprocal teaching? When reciprocal teaching is actively implemented in the classroom, reading levels can increase 1 to 2 grade levels within a 3 to 6 month span. English language learners can increase their vocabulary knowledge through the strategy. Reciprocal teaching actively engages struggling and unmotivated readers. Also, it helps the advanced and gifted reader population by increasing their own knowledge. An activity that can be done utilizing reciprocal teaching is called the 4-door chart. This activity can provide insight in the students' understanding of the 4 strategy. This is vital information for the teacher. So, you see a picture of an example on the left. It has 4 flaps. They are identified as predict, clarify, question, and summarize, which are the 4 strategies used. And under the flap are the teacher and student, they are the students' responses of their work. This can be used as an assessment to guide further instruction to develop these strategies. The second activity is all about optimizing discussions. having students have meaningful conversations about what they read. The first one is partner sharing. Have partners turn to one another to share their predictions. Response cards. Students can hold up a thumbs up or a thumbs down sign if they agree or disagree with the prediction. Face-to-face. Students form 2 lines, then proceed to share their own summaries with the person in front of them. And finally, passing notes. Students can write a note to a friend about a word or idea they did not understand. Accommodations and modifications. Discuss difficult vocabulary words and ideas before reading. Pair a student with a lower reading ability with one of a higher reading ability. Have students write their own questions from parts of the text that they did not understand. And use sentence stems that can guide students to generate their responses. For a predictor, they can be, I think that, or I wonder if. Clarifier, I had trouble understanding, or I was confused about. Questioner, how or why. Summarizer, the big idea is, or the author wants us to know. Thank you for listening about reciprocal teaching. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to me. Thank you.